Thank you, Kate. I'm here at one of the several locations where Syracuse University students will be able to vote. But before the big day, there's some things that the students may take into consideration. According to the organization Think Progress, after election day, there have been 261 reported hate incidents around the country. Nearly 12% of those incidents were targeted against Muslims, which are one of the top 5 targeted groups.
Thank you, Annalisa. I'm here at the Maxwell School that is hosting an event that encourages women to stand out in their community. Right here next to me is one of the organizers of the event, Katie Kirkland. Can you please tell me a little bit more about the importance of this event?
Now that teenagers can actually register to donate organs, they are excited to have something like this, a heart, in their driving license. Young women are working hard to make their voices heard. Syracuse major Stephanie Miner has talked to Khadija and expressed her interest in going to one of the meetings and listening to the poem. This is Perseverance Park where the first Trump Tuesday kicked off. Beside this cold weather, the Stephanie Miner and the refugees had the opportunity to talk, give their voices and their opinions on why Syracuse should be a sanctuary city. One of the main accomplishments of this community school is that parents and children agree that having the same learning experience motivates them to overcome together their language barrier. Reporting for NCC News, I'm Angelica Rodriguez. Every Sunday, a group of young women dedicate around 2 hours on the city's north side to discuss how they can work together to overcome stereotypes that hinder their goals of becoming successful women.
They say I'm oppressed. They say I'm a terrorist. They say I'm ugly. They say I'm black. But when I smile, do they not see happiness? Who I am is because I am peace.
For Fatima Baal, it's not that easy to express her feelings, but this is why Baal gathered with a group of girls at the Northside Learning Center to find creative ways to overcome their fears together.
I wanted to give them courage, I made it, of course you can make it too. And I told everyone to bring pens.
Baal and her friend Khadija have worked for 2 years to develop workshops that help girls understand their identity is their most powerful tool in anything they set their mind to.
At the end of the day, I'm here. I came for a reason here. I want to be something big.
These girls are mostly refugees from countries affected by President Trump's travel ban. The group hopes together they will learn skills that help them chase new leadership opportunities.
So I want to see what kind of ways you all create.
Local speakers come and inspire the group with their personal stories. Michelle Leah is a poet and shows them how poetry can transform negativity into creativity.
The song in my heart sings about my American dream and knowing why I came here.
And Fatima Baal says this is exactly the purpose of the group meetings, making sure every girl feels she's not alone.
Seeing all this is so beautiful. It's yes, I don't have to forget my purpose of why I'm doing this.
Kind of scared of the future, that once I don't have anybody to protect me, that I would be a target just to anybody.
Women in America are afraid.
And just all those different kinds of hatred and violence, it sort of is disheartening. So.
But the Syracuse Cultural Center has organized a new kind of self-defense class for women.
Well, tonight we're gonna try to give you a blueprint on how to deal with some of the hate, some of the violence.
These Muslim women wanted to learn how to protect themselves. They say that they feel like bigger targets for hate this year.
I know as a Muslim, a woman, and African American, as I grow up, I see a lot of things happening around me, and I want to know how to protect myself for that future.
According to the organization Think Progress, after election day, there have been 261 reported hate incidents around the country. Nearly 12% of those incidents were targeted against Muslims, which are one of the top 5 targeted groups. And this is exactly the goal of one of their class organizers. She wanted to create a space that makes women feel strong and welcome.
In the current times, there's been an increase in Islamophobia and xenophobia, and I wanted to really have a place where women could come and be confident and learn the skills to keep themselves safe.
The instructor, June Warden, served for 21 years in the New York Police State Department. She wanted women to have the correct mindset in fearful situations.
So you're gonna stand your ground.
Worden taught the women about situational awareness, salient tricks, and other self-defense skills that helps them react immediately in case of an unexpected attack.
Stop!
Building self-confidence was definitely one of the most important lessons in this class. And regardless of the uncertainty of the future in this country, these women feel ready to confront it. For some Syracuse teenagers like Ryan Anyak, a trip to the DMV today means more than getting a driver's license.
I came in because I needed to get my permit, but also was like, I might as well help out for organ in case if something happened to me, I die, my organ could go to a younger kid, somebody that needs it, an older person, elderly, whoever that needs my organ, it can help out.
Today is the first day New Yorkers as young as 16 can register to donate organs. The legislation passed this summer, but today it went into effect. The Central New York Eye and Tissue Bank Director Mike Campbell sees the change as a big benefit for the state.
There is a shortage, a huge shortage of life-saving organs. So the more people that are registered, the better the chances are that they'll be able to provide an organ to someone in need.
There are around 11,000 people in New York State waiting for life-saving organs. New York was one of the 4 states that you had to be 18 years old in order to register. Now, this new age range may increase the number of donors in the state.
I do think it's a good contribution because I don't know how I can help the community, so I feel like that's one way how I can help out to other people. If I can't do something good, I might as well let my organs or my body help
now
out.
Now that teenagers can actually register to donate organs, they are excited to have something like this, a heart, in their driving license. Reporting for NCC News, I'm Angelica Rodriguez.
So a shoe is not
This English as a New Language class is one of the reasons why the Dr. Weeks Elementary School was recognized as the first and most successful community school in the district.
I learned a lot because this is American English, so I listen to words. I learn them and then I go home to show my parents I know how to use them.
Leandro came from Cuba 7 months ago, and now he's excited to learn English before getting into the regular classes curriculum.
my laptop.
What I like the most of the school are the books and the way the teachers teach the students who don't know English at all.
And that is why Leandro's teacher Chelsea loves her job.
In here, they're very active and they're very likely to participate, and it's starting to look like when they're in their general education setting classrooms, they're doing the same thing.
This community school focuses on kids' education in a different way than regular schools. Since it has such a diverse student body, it provides extra services that helps the families as a whole.
We need to be supporting their parents too and their own learning for English because they need that to be to get access to the school itself, to get access to community opportunities, employment opportunities.
Yes, very good.
There are several English classes for the parents. One of them is this one that teaches them important places for their daily life. One of the main accomplishments of this community school is that parents and children agree that having the same learning experience motivates them to overcome together their language barrier. Reporting for NCC News, I'm Angelica Rodriguez.